Hello! I am here! Sorry, I took a bit. I had to make sure my spaghetti was ready. And or other pasta-related sporkable dish. For the platforming. There's gonna be a lot of that. Allegedly. Presumably. Potentially. Honestly, it's weird. It's a weird situation with this game. Like, I'm low-key taking a risk on it. Because, like, you know, there's the whole thing these days where it's like, oh man, just because the game is on Steam doesn't inherently mean it's safe. Because after you upload it, you know, you can do whatever you want with the patches, and then eventually it becomes dangerous. And this game being free already set off a little bit of a... And then there is not a single negative review, which is strange. But the sentiment is shared across the internet that it's a good game. So if my computer winds up getting absolutely demolished today, well, damn. Don't play Cutlery. But if it doesn't get completely destroyed, maybe play Cutlery. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Cause like it looks like a neat little game, but I guess there's only so much I can fathom with just sitting here going, oh, it might be good. Oh, hopefully it doesn't completely destroy my computer for no reason. Oh, whoa. Maybe that's why I'm stalling. Oh, don't worry about that. Just don't worry about that text. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely stalling. I'm definitely stalling a little bit. Definitely a little bit nervous. But I'm sure it'll be fine. It's had time to settle. There's another person on Twitch playing it right now. They seem to be fine. So we'll just give it a go. We'll just give it a go. Commence the sporkening. No. Looks normal so far. Please use a controller if able. Keyboard controls are supported but not recommended. Yeah, and of course, I'll have to... Yo, Luke Thunder Dragon Tanlo? What a name. What a name. Alright, Mr. Dragon. Alright, Mr. Thunder Dragon. Alright. Fix. Oh, I don't have to tap. It just slides. How nice. Controller bindings. Oh. Okay, alright. It would appear I cannot choose up. Oh well, that's fine. WASD is acceptable. Do I need this to be a separate key? I'll make it E. Aim diagonal. Left shift. Incredible. That was surprisingly painless. I don't think I said hello drums specifically. I'm sorry. Hello drums! If you're still here. Hi. I got so distracted by the spork. My apologies. Man, like, it looks so clean. And sporky. And normal? Oh, wait. This is quite normal. Challenging. Pretty hard. Totally unfair. Wait, why is this... Wait, why is this a selection? Yeah, repeat on replays, please. I assume I can skip them as I start them, so... Okay, so here's the thing. They're giving me the option to set my HP to 1. And that's very tempting, but to appease myself, we're just gonna go 1 down from normal. Name your utensil. Aw, man. Do we get to name the girl, or is the girl just pre-named? Oh well. Following the lore. Oh, it was. I mean, Uni is basically a spork, so... Like, they serve similar functions. Dog heights. Something training ground. Excuse me, our rocket is a spork? Any... Oh yeah, we're just getting into it, huh? Huh. Oh, right. I have to turn on the rivals code. Because I cannot press left shift and my my number keys for some reason. Or my numpad keys. Which might mean that I need to rebind. But if it comes to that, then it'll be an easy fix. There we go. I want to go through the Mega Man doors. You know, I was promised like nigh infinite jumps, and that's pretty good. Yeah, a whole 6 of them. Can I also say that I appreciate that it's just, I just have to tap. Oops. I don't have to hold up forward. Evil beware. For your executioners have arrived. So true. So true. We're gonna take the evil, we're gonna scoop it up. Are we gonna stab it? Are we gonna wait, are we stabbing or scooping the evil, to be clear? I guess that's why we have a spork. Depending on the evil, like if it's just a litterer, we can scoop them. Who am I kidding? We're stabbing the litterers. Right? Uni is pissed. How do I even make angry spork noises? I'm gonna... Wait, hold up. Do I have a... Should I have, like, a spoon on hand to, like, smack against my desk? So, who wants to be our first victim? Cheese! Cheese. Wonder what it did to earn the classification of being evil. Other than tempting me to break all New Year's resolutions and consume... Yeah. You know what? That cheese is going down. Okay, so what we've learned here is that cheese is actually... We consumed it. We consumed the cheese. It's never been more over. Hello? That is not a spork. Also, I'm sorry, what are we collecting? Because I can't help but notice that they're swimming? Oh, what joyous day! That vile cheese has been vanquished at last. I'm allergic, see? So, thanks.
Hoorays all around. Now that the day's been saved and the world is forever at peace, we can all, like, go home, I guess.
Well, there are still those monsters up ahead. Say, that's an interesting training vessel you've got there. Wait a minute, what do you mean up ahead? Wait, where did you come from? Wait, did the cheese block you in? How quick does cheese move here? Maybe you could launch your spoon-like fork thing at them. I mean, I wouldn't recommend eating the monsters, but maybe you can grab them and toss them around. Been trying that with my training vessel, but, you know, kind of got it in a bargain bin sale. Poor thing would snap in two. Then I'd be sad. Or maybe just a puppet. And it may have cost next to nothing, but...
I hear ya. See, Uni here completes me.
So true, so true. Hello, friends. I wish to eat the foes. Watermelon! Hold your horses, I have to eat the bread. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll see what you're about.
At the start of every stage, you'll find one of these weird doors. Would you believe me if I said it led to some parallel universe? A level in a level? But you'll need all 3 hidden eyeball emblems in the level in order to open it. So, start searching, I guess. Also, you'll need to beat the main level first, so, let's focus on that. These secret levels are completely optional! And possibly very tricky, too. So, don't worry about completing them, unless you're looking for that extra little challenge.
Why, as a matter of fact, I am, thank you! I need to remember that we have 6 separate jumps. Air jump!
Air jumping is a good time, not to mention a completely invaluable ability. Verily so. Beware, oh unsuspecting jump button. I'm going to mash you so rapidly that I'm going to break all of the controllers.
You monster.
Or I'll just calmly and rhythmically push it, preferably at the height of my jump. Yeah. Right on. Remember, you can jump many times in the air. Take advantage of that, but don't tire yourself out too much. I suggest practicing air jumping anywhere and everywhere. It will become a very important skill down the line. I'll tell you that much.
Rhythmically. Pa! Rhythmically! No way. They've actually beaten the mash! Huh! I must commend that jump. That forcing the player to actually engage with the timing of the jump instead of just mashing it is kind of exceptional.
When hit by an enemy or something that would otherwise make you say, ouch, you'll lose a tooth. And when you lose all of them, you will face the darkest depths of oblivion, wallowing in fear. But if you lose any teeth, try to find some toothpaste. Nowadays, the average tube can actually grow back one whole tooth.
Congratulations, Prodigal, on being first!
If you're low on health, try defeating monsters or grabbing things. You might find toothpaste randomly. But if you have all your teeth, you won't be able to collect toothpaste tubes. Save them for when you need them.
Why did I not get the notification until now? It makes me sad. You're like, oh! Yeah, I wish I knew. If I was the CEO of Twitch, I would sit down in my CEO chair and I would pet my capybara made of dollars, and then I would make it so all Twitch notifications actually just went through instead of not going through sometimes. But seriously, please try to not lose your teeth. I mean, my collection is big enough, and I'm really trying to stop. It's an addiction. Do this! And speak for yourself, lady. Eyeball! We can't even use the eyeball. Our Star Cloud is placed rest. The first movie. All the records were destroyed. Did Sky not have the internet short? Time travel. That is a phenomenal question. Honestly, I mean, clearly, right? It just wasn't one of their important records somehow. Even though it was like literally integral to the plot. Woo! Oh wait, is that another eyeball? Fire breath. That bubbly thing with the fire in it, it's a special power-up that can be harnessed by psychics. I thought Murder the Fly and Doc Brown not I'm telling you, man, we need answers. So true. So true. We got Back to the Future 4. But it's just answers. That's the full subtitle. Looks spicy. Might catch any bits of spice in my breath. Things burn. All I gotta do is grab the power, then hold down the special power button. Not the one that turns off the system. The one that makes me go whenever I have a power. While holding down that button continuously, everything before me is reduced to ash. Yes, that's exactly what the thing does, actually. Just be sure to keep an eye on the power gauge that appears on the bottom of the screen. Once it runs out, your fiery vengeance or whatever will come to an end. But regardless, use it or lose it! You can't take power-ups beyond or outside of the levels they're found in. Even still, there are many, many different powers out there for you to use. How many can you find? Back to the Future with answers. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Oh, man. For free? Oh. Let me in. Oh. Just to refresh that good stuff. What's up, bro? Hi. This guy might be suspicious. Sup? I'm Lillian T. Alien, psychic in training. What's your name? No, that voice does not kind of... What? Why, he's such a normal, unassuming guy. More aloof. More aloof. Hold up. I gotta make sure I know what aloof means. I've used aloof before, but I gotta make sure. I mean, yeah, I guess, I suppose. I mean... that's true. Yeah, but even... he's so suspicious, though, Prodigal! Considering I'm nobody important in any way conceivable, I don't really have one of those, okay? That's so sad. You're worth more than that. Here, let's fix this. I hereby dub thee... Chuck. Whatever floats your boat. Look, I'm only here so somebody may ask. What is even going on? Everybody here has these weird floating doll things, and yours is just... Spork?
Uni here is my psychic training vessel. I supposedly have some sort of, like, catastrophically powerful psionic abilities, but I can't yet use them without a vessel. Uni is made from a special metal that bonds with my thoughts and emotions, moving and acting according to them. Much as I love Uni, though my ultimate goal is to be able to control my powers without a vessel.
Oh. But of course, you gotta break free from the shackles that bind you. I understand. So, the weird floating dolls are basically training wheels, and the psychic powers, the bike. Sure. Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah.
Yep. And if the average psychic is a bicycle, then I am a nuclear warship. Or so I've been told, anyway.
Woo! Aliens! A nuclear-powered spork. Right. Now I need to know the whole story. What are you? Why an eating utensil? How? Heck, I need to know all of it. All of it, from the very beginning. I think this might be the end of the game. I think we might have had the tutorial at the end of the... It's the classic. The JRPG special.
Ooh boy. Story time. Now let me take you on a journey into the past. It began some 50 years ago.
50?
I know. Long before I was even a thing. Oh, I see. Our tale begins out in the depths of space, aboard an orbital restaurant known as the Tynes Diner.
Wait, but 50 years ago before you were a thing, but you're here? At the diner? Cheese! Oh. Get out of my diner! That belongs to me. Actually, wait, we're still on the same level. Huh. My throat hurts.
This diner is supposed to be the best. People from all over the galaxy come here. Say, where are you from? I'm from 50 years into the future!
Time travel confirmed!
Wow. To think we'll finally have time travel in only 50 years.
Is this million depths? No, it's not million depths. But we do have a spork. We can pick things up with the spork.
Yeah, no, we don't actually have time travel yet. This place, it's actually just a physical representation of a story I'm telling to somebody based on historical events.
Wait, hold up. I'm gathering all of my motos into a choto, my mates into a choto, pardon. So we're, wait, it's a physical representation. Okay, so, I mean, I guess it's psychic power. Okay, yeah, okay. I follow, I understand, okay. Indeed.
Everything and everyone here is no more than a byproduct of my twisted imagination.
Wait, does this mean I'm not real?
You're real to me, and that's what matters.
Hell yeah, let's go! Oh. Which also means that she envisions this diner being filled with monsters, which is quite odd.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't touch those dangerous heated coily things down there. Like, seriously, how did this diner pass inspection? Well, to be fair, the real Time Diner didn't actually have death traps and monsters. It should have, though. Where's the challenge otherwise? I would just like to enjoy a meal, thank you. Nuh-uh. You gotta work for that meal. Listen, if you haven't dealt your part, if you haven't fought back against these weird acorn people, do you even deserve a meal? Woo, more powers. Reflect laser? Oh, that's a fun one. And we can just get infinite of them. We can just go. Alright, hold up. Before we go down there, we gotta poke around some. But they all go in the same way? The same place? Ooh. Fun. Explosive. Bounce pad. Wait, can I go back the other way? We have 6 air jumps. No. Tragic. It is still loud. What's up, bro? The tadpole eggs you see floating around everywhere are the spawn of Astronura, the great and mighty Eternitoad. They are actually just eggs. Also, how are we collecting physical eggs from our... Can we spawn Astronura's spawn? Are we Astronura? If you take them to one of those golden fountains, said fountains will reward you with an item. Actually, you know what? They're item shops, okay? Whoa! Item shops! My tadpole brethren love swimming in these fountains. I seek to befriend every tadpole I meet. Wait, tadpole brethren? You know, I should have seen that coming. Just given the color and the eyes. So whatever you do, do not call tadpoles coins. Alright, well, let's go see what we can do with our coins. Ooh. Ooh. Actually, I kind of digging that winter scarf. Carrying is this from the item screen. Doubles the use of all special powers for one statement. What? Like for free? Raises the power of your utensil's basic attack to double damage for a limited number of hits. Only a limited number. Pshaw. I'm seeing temporary. Give me the scarf. I guess I probably should have bought that one last, but whatever. Can I... items? Wait, how many are there? Wait a second. There's a good deal here. Oh, right. I was supposed to be telling you a story, wasn't I? Wait, we actually just got sidetracked? As much as I'm enjoying your mindless action scenes or whatever you call this, yeah, so many unanswered questions. Right, sorry. So this restaurant, Tynes Diner, was owned and operated by head chef Francis Tynes, who some would say was perhaps the greatest psychic who ever lived. Whoa. He was just...
He was the spork. He spawned the sporks from his very flesh. At least potentially. They say that one of his powers could have conquered the world if he wanted. But no, he instead decided to use his powers to just do chef stuff. I guess. Talk about a missed opportunity. Oh, but hey, people love that sort of silly novelty thing, and he was doing some good business. It helped that he didn't need to hire any waitstaff, since he had his mentally controlled utensils bring out all the food.
Man, I wish I was that guy. I see you have one of his utensils.
Indeed, Uni once worked at this very restaurant. So yeah, now you know Uni's dark, gritty origin story.
Is there anything darker and grittier than working a 9 to 5?
More on that in a bit. For now, we'll leave the Master Chef to his work. In the meantime, more mindless action scenes! Woo!
Gimme. Wait, that counted? Wait, that was a thing? Key? Secret door! Alright, okay. Alright, what you got? What you got? My eyeball? Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but this area is for staff only. Ah. Oh, I apologize. I know you, and you do work here. So, who's the kid? Is the day take your daughter to work day or something?
Oh.
Ah. I tell you what, it sure is lonely being the only non-utensil beside Chef Tynes working here. And I'm not so sure he isn't one himself. Excellent. We have attained eyeball. We have stolen from the past, which is actually our mind.
Actually, forget the mindless action scenes. I'm talking to this random person.
I don't... Okay, listen. I think our protagonist might have a slight... Just the slightest tish of ADHD. just a tiny amount.
Well, golly, I'm honored. So that Tynes guy, his meals aren't bad, but the real draw of this place is watching him cook with his mind. I mean, sidekicks are everywhere, but they all just want to, you know, fight monsters and stuff. You gotta admire Chef Tynes. All that power, and he uses it for something different for once. May look like he's standing there doing nothing, but he's actually really, really absorbed in his craft. In fact, if you were to eat his ingredients out from right in front of him, I doubt he'd even notice.
I already have. My apologies. Box! Boxes! Fear my crates! Sub-Zero spread. Ooh. We like shotguns. Shotguns are cool. Just had to confirm that the lanterns weren't jumpable. Friend! Friend! You think I need a reminder? Pah. Hold up. I need the tadpoles. I need them. How else are we supposed to collect all of our spork accessories? Jump pad! That's such a satisfying noise, too!
The Tynes Diner was Francis Tynes' life's work, his pride and joy. Through his cooking and the mundane spectacle of his methods, he in turn brought joy to many of his patrons. He was living the dream, rolling in dough, king of the world and all that.
You know, it's pretty obvious where this is going, so why don't you just come out and say it? This is the part where it all comes crashing down on him, ain't it?
Well, yes. Yes, indeed.
No, not Mr. Tynes.
It all happened one day when the diner was invaded by something. Seemingly out of nowhere, the restaurant's whole atmosphere had changed dramatically in an instant.
Was it me? Am I the invader?
Can you believe Chef Tynes? Space around the restaurant is all changing colors all of a sudden. And you know what he says? Fix the pipes. I mean, it's my job and all, but you'd think he would have mentioned all this rainbow nonsense. I mean, after a thorough inspection of the plumbing, I have determined that the leaks were caused by otherworldly phenomena, with all signs pointing to the category of reality warping. In other words, some kind of things cause all the funky colors in space. Speaking from my experience as a fairy space plumber, that usually isn't a good sign.
I mean, I'm willing to take her advice. She seems very well learned in the field.
But hey, I have a family to feed. You, though? I politely encourage you to leave this place.
A sap. You reckon the bubbly water is safe? Oh boy, and it comes with ice physics. My favorite. Fishman!
Oh, nice. The Tynes Diner even has a swimming pool. Hey, try holding down the jump button to swim upwards. Yes, hold it down. You don't need to repeatedly press it. That would just be ridiculous. So now you can enjoy the swimming pool to its max extent. Though, come to think of it, I don't think this place is even supposed to have swimming pools. Or corals growing out of the floor, for that matter.
I'm gonna mash it. I lied, I'm not gonna mash it. Bell friends!
Oh, hey! This was in the demo.
Not the demo, the video? Trailer. Trailer, that's what I'm looking for. Sorry, what if there's more eggs? I need more eggs. More eggs. Unlimited eggs. Must mash because Mario games taught me to do so. Yeah, it's very important. You know, like, if you're not mashing, are you even really swimming? Like, does it count? I don't think so. Pardon, needed a sippy.
Wow! First the rainbow stuff, then the water, and now indoor space snow! What doesn't this restaurant have? I wonder what it will get next. Actually, should I be afraid of what it will get next? No, seriously, I get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, I should be. Maybe a little terrified.
Why would you be terrified? It's gonna get ice next. That's the natural progression. Or hail. Hail might be scary, actually. Become invincible! Temporarily extend your health. Temporarily. Orb! Orb? That orb was actually crazy useful. Hope we get more orbs in the future. Wait, do I actually have to sing? I actually have to use abilities on these guys. Wild. Oh, same with these guys. Unfortunately, for them, I refilled my abilities knowingly. Also, I mean, I guess it's the psychic component is the fact that we're hurting them with our singing, but I don't know if that's particularly psychic. We get another chance of cracking this? No! Oh wait, yes, we do! That's so nice of them.
Chef Tines has closed up shop, and everyone else is already gone. You are urged to evacuate the premises. If you are to linger around here for even a second, use the time to carve yourself a checkpoint over to the left. You gotta hit it twice. And when you leave, do not go to Planet Geozake. This weird light seems to be coming from there. And you know, centuries ago, Geozake was threatened by a reality warping catastrophe known as the Distortion.
I'm fighting the urge. I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it. I don't need to do it. I don't need to do it. I haven't even heard the song myself. I can't help it. Go check out Muna Hoshinova's song, Distortion. It's out. It's there. I don't know how long ago it came out, but it's there.
Makes you wonder. But we can wonder later, once we're out of this place.
No. Is that bad? If I touch that, is it bad? No. No, it's fine. Bounce pad! Giant toothpaste. It's not. There we go. Nailed it. Oh! Run! Run! Wait, open the box. My box! You're trash. I'm a genius. You like that option coverage? You know I got it. It's a good thing that touching it is actually like totally fine though. I do also like that the collapse of Tyne's Diner actually had nothing to do with him. It was his day. Oh, it's gone.
Well, everyone made it out safely, but everything poor Francis Tynes worked on and lived for was blasted away in an instant. The Tynes Diner was gone, along with whatever the heck that unspeakable horror show was. But, of course, we all know that cosmic abominations and such never stay gone. In fact, the same stuff was seen centuries earlier on our very planet of Geozake.
Yeah, as previously established.
Back then, it was known as the Distortion. Dun dun dun. After nearly destroying our world, the Distortion was warped off somewhere by somebody called the Mother of Teleportation.
Oh. I mean, I guess fair enough if there's someone to hold the title. The Mother. It seems like a pretty good holder of it.
Same person who invented these teleportal doors we see everywhere, in fact. Nobody knew where she warped the Distortion off to, but as soon as Tyne saw the light coming out from this planet, he knew it hadn't gone far. Knowing this, and without a diner to call home, he gave up being a chef, turning to the life of a wandering hermit. Soon he became convinced that the Distortion was casually stuffed inside Geozake's only volcano, so he would train to defeat it. He would hone his mind and his powers, becoming a psychic unlike any other. He became a legend among psychics, eventually earning the title of Master Times. But as powerful as he became, he lamented upon the fact that he still wasn't strong enough to topple an incomprehensible abomination. For shame. So he trained, and trained some more, but that kinda took a lot of time. Time ended up metamorphizing him into an old coot.
Hell yeah, that's how it's done. That's how it's done. Sometimes you just gotta evolve into an old guy. That's just how it goes.
He reached the age where even going upstairs had become a challenge for him, which meant so much for taking down incomprehensible cosmic horrors. Oops. Not all hope was lost, though. He just needed a wee bit of help. And yeah, we made it past the scary parts of this story. Now we can all relax and breathe easy.
Ah! Star power! I mean, yeah, it seems pretty straightforward. We just gotta destroy cosmic horrors with the power of the spork. As one does. Oh. Oops. And with the power of my own mind functioning. But that's ridiculous. I would never do something so outlandish.
Evening. This path is closed right now due to renovations. These here are the ruins of an ancient temple dedicated to the mighty Eternitode.
Nice.
Which we are currently cleaning up so that the temple may be used and lived in again.
Awesome. Honestly, can I get in there when we're done? I collected so many of our friends.
Dude, I am so going to live here someday.
Same. Let's go. I'm glad we're on the same page.
With his age slowly dragging him down, Francis Tynes decided it was time to take on an apprentice. One night, while roaming the wilderness, he sensed a terrible power of truly apocalyptic proportions. Perfect apprentice material, in other words. So, guess who? I remember it well.
Babies.
Okay. With this power I'm sensing, you really should have blown a bigger crater in the ground than this. Honestly now, we're talking stronger than the distortion right here. Seriously, you call this a crater? It's more like a dent. I'll bet you even had your spacecraft do all the work for you.
Mom, it's a baby! Bro! You gotta calm himself.
I'm disappointed in you, mysterious space babies. One of you, anyway. So, which one of you is the underachiever? Space baby number 1? No, you have barely any psychic energy at all. Space baby number 2, on the other hand. Yowzas! It truly is a terrifying power, especially for an underachiever. So many like you don't even realize they have such powers until it is too late. I remember some your age, some even earlier, that knew they had powers, and they would go out of their way, and they would drain their powers at the ripe age of 2 weeks old. They'd be flinging sporks across the sky, dealing massive blows to horrible monstrosities, but no, here you are, crashing spaceships into the ground. Really, get your act together. Which is why I must train you as my apprentice. So, you'll need a name. I'll go with Lillian, because it rhymes with alien.
Incredible.
You will come to appreciate my peerless and clever wit. Trust me. As for the other, you're Nilil. Call it backwards all you want, but it's an actual name, trust me.
This is true, it is an actual name.
Besides, one of you has to be the evil twin, and I'd rather it not be the one with the crazy powers.
You know, fair. My man knows what's going on. He knows what's up. Credit where credit's due. He's covering his bases.
Now, I would adopt you as my own kids, but aside from me being kind of bad at the whole dad thing, there's the issue of my fan club. Ugh, I'd rather you not get wrapped up with that crowd. So I'll be taking you both to the Eternitoad Temple, west of here. I'm sure the frog monks there will be happy to raise you. As for me, I will return someday as your teacher. But before we part, I have a gift for you, Lillian.
Spork! Now we have to go through the Spork backstory. How did the Spork come to be?
And there you have it. It's some weird space baby. I'm some weird space baby of unknown origin. Don't know where I'm from, but honestly, that's not really important. What matters is I gain control over my psychic powers so that I may finish what Master Tyne started. That silly old coot. He may be overbearing, but I respect him greatly.
So do I. Speaking of which, why was he already going gray by the time he found you in the story? Given the aging process of Cyclops, wouldn't you think he'd still have a bit of that lovely purple hue in his whiskers?
Wait a minute. I never mentioned it being a purple-haired Cyclops or his mustache. Or anything you just said. The only way you'd know all that is if you read my mind and saw the story as I visualized it. You can't fool me, Master! What?
But I thought that was the entire point of visualizing it, was so he could see it.
Took you long enough.
What a way to describe it!
I enjoyed your little self-insert fanfiction about my life. But you should have talked about my mustache. I mean, look at it. Just look at it.
So, getting me to tell the story was like a pop quiz then? Stash aside, did I pass?
Sure. I'll give you a C- for effort. The mustache was really the important part. You really should have spent more like 20% of the story talking about my mustache. So, you've met the minimum prerequisites to start your journey. You will venture forth to the mountain crater that is Astray Abyss.
Stray Abyss. That's where you said the distortion was stuffed. Yeah, I think I'm ready to take that thing down.
Yeah, right. You wouldn't last a second with your current experience. But I will accompany you on your journey, offering lessons and assignments to prepare you by the time we're through.
I'll be something far more earth-shatteringly grotesque than even the distortion?
Let's not go that far, child. Now onward! Go forth and claim proof you've passed my assignment. Just don't jump straight to the spinning energy plates this time.
But the spinning energy plates are so much fun! You're gonna tell me you're gonna put spinning energy plates, and you're gonna ask me to not go into that? But they're shiny! You gotta understand, going towards the shinies is in my blood.
Say, Master, how did you do the whole shape-shifting thing?
I didn't change form at all, actually. It was a low-level sort of mind control.
You know? Fair.
I altered your perception to make you believe I was some random loser. Named Chuck.
Wow, that's pretty dang awesome.
Yeah, well, I'm not teaching you mind control.
Why not? Listen, I would use mind control very responsibly. Bro, I didn't even know. I it wasn't even intentional. That's what they all said. True. I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Who wouldn't want some mind control? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to just have some horribly abusable spells? Give me that golden spoon, though. Complete with checkpoints. Oh yeah, skip. So long. I have things to attain. There it is. The door. Ooh. Foreboding diner. What's up, bro?
This place looks eerily similar to the way my diner looked. Lillian, I want you to find whoever is responsible for this and sue them blind.
I'd love to, Master, but isn't it my sister who's studying to become the lawyer?
Right. Sorry. Senior moment.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is she an evil lawyer?
But if you would like to traverse this absolute insult of an obstacle course, then by all means, consider it an extra credit assignment. In fact, consider all of these secret areas extra credit. These places can be rather savage, you see. If you find them too tough, you can always come back later. But of course, you don't even have to complete them at all if you don't want to. Beating them all won't earn you a better ending or anything like that. But you will get some scribbles for the art galleries, though. Surely they'll inspire some amusing discussion, if nothing else.
I don't believe you. Give me my extra ending. Give me my better ending. I know it's here. I know it's here, Master Tynes. Ice cream. 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 Kinda want it. Kinda all about it. Oh, why is there a diagonal aim if we can already aim diagonally? I forget how wide our spork range is sometimes. Because it's very wide. Exceptionally so. But won't stop me from carrying on. From doing what needs to be done. Oh, the bubbles refresh. Oh, it's awesome. Love that for us. Like, well, look at that. Look at that. It's actually like full screen. Just goes, oh! It might actually go all the way to the edge of the screen. Store! Aw, man, why would I waste my guys on a power like that? It probably wouldn't have been a waste, actually. I do wonder if there's some circumstances where I would need to buy a power from the store. Nah, surely not. Oh, whoops. I don't know why I keep looking at the shiny guys and just assuming that they're friends. Because clearly they're not. Clearly not friends. Clearly bad. Maybe it's because they look so tasty. Bounce pad! Bounce pad. Kinda ominous. Kinda foreboding. Kinda not going into the energy blades this time. Golden Spark. Phenomenal. Doodle unlocked! Wow. Okay, alright, hold up. Wait, what do you mean the Sporkle's like astral projecting? What the heck? Discuss. Oh! It's occurred to me that my story of Uni's origins may have been a little exaggerated. So here's the real story. It began one day when a voice started whispering into my mind, leading me to this ancient temple, and then...
Hold on, you're saying you found my creation in an ancient temple? Tell me, child, is this an elaborate joke about my age?
Well, actually,
It's a brilliant joke! You're calling me an old, decrepit fossil without stating it outright. Well done! Very well done!
Thanks. So I guess this means I passed the origin story assignment?
This was a history assignment, not creative writing. Therefore, you failed quite spectacularly.
Spectacular failures are the best kind of failures. As opposed to, say, miserable or humiliating failures.
Sigh!
You know, I feel like this writing could be very hit or miss. But, I don't know, I'm kind of on board with it.
Whoa, your trading vessel has an actual working eyeball. An eyeball appearing on a vessel. They say it is a sign of a great psychic. Been trying to get one to show up on my little buddy here, but to no avail.
Keep trying. For some people, it takes months, even years of training for them to grow their eye. And not all vessels are made of compatible for compatible for spontaneous eye growth. Besides, I mean, where would yours even sprout the eyeball? It already has those googly eye things plastered on.
Who knows? All I can say is I will keep training until that elusive question has an answer.
Gotta respect the hustle. Keep going, little guy. Wait, I can press down to talk? Huh. Cool beans. Let me in. Let me in. Okay. Wait, the Eternitoad Temple? I thought that was closed down.
In all my years watching ships land around here, one thing always gets me. That's how they're always on autopilot. Nobody's ever aboard. Rather than show up here with their owners when their owners arrive on foot. I mean, why have a ship at all?
That's a great question.
That poor ship! It's lonely because it wants you to fly it. That's why it always follows you. So why not spend some quality time with it for once? You could fly it to other areas you visited. Or visit Mission Control to check up on the different monsters you've defeated, or the music you've heard. Look, your ship will thank you. Okay?
I understand. Jeez. I didn't realize it was like that. Ah. How far down does this go? Does it actually go all the way? Can we actually see all the levels this way? It's almost time! Tomorrow! I see. Yeah, it is per level.
Even every doodle gallery around the world is connected.
Oh. You will ready the saddle. You're going horseback riding? Truly a great venture.
But in order to venture past closed doors, you must first be deemed worthy of visiting them.
I'm going to fucking enjoy Steel Ball Run, man. I did ride a horse before. I mean, yeah, you're basically going horseback riding.
You can do that by, I don't know, progressing on your journey, I guess. You know what? I sounded kind of pretentious just now. Maybe I should have just gone with the whole, the other galleries are simultaneously all under renovation and will be open soon bit. Yeah.
I appreciate you covering your bases, man. I appreciate that.
Welcome to my gallery!
Yeah, I should ask, actually, how was the horse riding? Because I mean, I imagine it's a pretty, like, chill experience, for the most part.
If you don't see any paintings in the frames, trust me, they're totally there. You just haven't yet developed the skills needed to truly comprehend the paintings. If that's the case, go out, collect them hidden eyeball emblems, and complete the levels they unlock. In doing so, you'll gain the appreciation needed to, well, appreciate. And actually see them at all, really.
Nice. We'll have to do that. First, we'll check out mission control while my throat is in complete and total anguish. The monster did bit, yeah. The records room. Change utensil name? Why would I do something like that? Ah. Yes. 1 max HP clears. Tempting. Tempting. Which also does imply that we can change the difficulty, right? Did we talk to you? Yeah, we did.
Your training awaits through these doors. You can do them in any order, but you gotta do them all if you have any hope of becoming a great psychic. Once you've cleared the amount of training assignments denoted by the number at the bottom of the screen, the nearest Jutta will gain administration of your skills and open in the presence of your majesty. Oh, but that's just one Jutta. Juttas have rather low standards, you see. You'll need to clear a lot more than just 3 assignments to impress me.
Yeah, but of course, I'm sure. Gotta spork it up, I understand.
This temple is old. If I were to list even the exact amount of digits in its age, we'd be here all day. Which is why I wanted to say how amazed I am that the electrical systems are still all running.
No kidding! They have electrical systems that old? How far in the future are we?
These lamps are all original too. The teleporters are original as well, but they're only like 500 years old. They were set up by the mother of teleportation herself to aid in an early archaeological expedition to this place. And that's your history lesson for the day.
Sweet. I'll write you an essay with as many pages as there are digits in this temple's age.
That is a large promise.
You do that, and I'll be older than the temple by the time I'm done grading it.
Why is the temple garden here if the missions are all to the right?
Monsters have invaded the garden. If you deal with them, somebody might reward you. Not me though, I simply enjoy the chaos.
You evil, evil frog!
27 of them!
The pacifier!
Alright, yeah, well, we gotta get the ninja spork. There we go. We're prepared.
I heard there's a shop around here that sells frog costumes. And you don't look like any of the other frogs around here. Well, congrats. You've somehow figured out that I'm actually the only real frog in this entire temple. The others are much too big to be actual frogs. You, on the other hand... Miss, are you seeing okay through that mask?
Listen, I think she's onto something. I think that she's 100% correct. I think that we are the only frog here. It's a good thing that these enemies drop their toothpaste. I'm glad they're all so hygienic. Otherwise, we'd be in a little bit of a bind. Oh, what's over here? Oh, nothing. Yeah. Alright, come on, secret reward. I accidentally pressed up. Frog costume.
You wear the uniform well.
Why, thank you. It's so comfy.
Comfort comes first in my designs. Of course. I also believe you don't have to be born a frog to be one of us. You're my favorite customer, Lillian. Not that many others shop here. Thank you for your continued patronage. I also must give my thanks to Uni for dealing with the monsters outside. So I made a smaller uniform just for cutlery. Take it. It's all yours. Ah, ta-da! No, the uniforms we make are not made from actual frog skin. Just getting that out there right now.
Then what is it made of? I'm not really sure what other, okay, wait, hold up. Yeah, 'cause I guess we got grasses, we've got vines. We got these little trees growing out of the columns. That's really all we got in the garden. I guess we'll have to keep an eye out in the levels themselves to see what kind of plants we see, what kind of animals we see. See if anything really matches the color. Sure enough, I assume it could be dyed still, but... You! Villain! Top the temple. Be the temple. Ooh, have fun. Hold your horses, master. I gotta go see some stuff. What is this? Why is this a choice?
Greetings, my student. So nice of you to pop in.
My man.
Your assignment for today is to
top the temple.
Congratulations! You learned to read the lesson titles.
Oh, awesome. Now I have the reading comprehension skills needed to attend, say, some prestigious kindergarten.
Right. So, once you get to the top of the temple, you'll have a good view of the mighty Eternitoad.
Mother?
She, with the power to consume entire worlds. And yet she watches on, just allowing us to exist. Allowing a lot of things to exist. So go top a temple or two.
Well, I'm glad that my mother is not gluttonous. Lest we would have a serious issue upon us. Oh no. Business? Business? I do hope that they're going to be keeping track of the accessories. Because I don't think we're gonna be able to buy all of them. But I will certainly try. I shouldn't have gone up here. Love it. You can't stop me. Business sport. I did not think this through. Oh, she actually does cough. Fair enough. Well played. Did I go the wrong way? I forgot I'm supposed to be looking out for eyeballs. It's very integral. Eyeballs. You can't stay away from me, eyeballs. I'll find ya. I'll grab ya. And then... And then... I'll eyeball ya. Yes. Yes. Ow. I did it again. I can't help myself. I gotta sneeze. Yes. I don't think I want to use those just yet. Okay. Just had to confirm it was fine. Can I soft lock myself now? It would appear not. Well played. What kind of psychic power gives us the ability to manifest ourselves into stone? What's that about? What's this about? Oh my gosh, I'm a student learning psychic stuff. Let me teach, please. Knock yourself out. Yay! Okay, so you collect this here cloud power. Then you press the usual button that uses powers. You'll launch out a little puff thing, and once it's where you want it to, you press the button again, and presto! You've now created your very own cloud platform! But don't get too attached to it, for it will vanish shortly. I'll be sure to make the most of the tragically brief time the clouds and I have together. By stomping all over them.
That's the spirit! One thing to remember, the initial puff thing and the platforms it creates are harmless. But transforming the puff into the platform thing creates a powerful explosion that can take out many foes at once. And wow, I did it. I finally got to explain the cloud power to somebody. My life's mission complete at last.
What a guy. I'm so Oh, man. I'm so proud of him. Stump, stump, stump. Stump, 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 stump. Stump, 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 stump. Stump, 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 stump. I made a promise. I had to see it through. Yeah, you know I know. You know I know. And there ain't nothing stopping me from getting this watermelon as well. Hand it over. Hand it over. You know I want it. You know you can't stop me from getting it. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna nab it. Listen, listen. My mother may not be gluttonous, okay? But me, I am. Okay, you can't stop me. I'ma eat, and then I'ma eat some more, and I'ma keep eating until eventually I get to the point of eating, like, planets. That's right. My mother might not be eating those planets, but me, there's nothing stopping me from eating them, alright? That's just the way it is. All that for a tube of toothpaste? Why'd they give me Tornado Dash? Hey Lillian, I found us a new book floating around up here. It's one of the main diaries written by Terra's Egg, our planet's supposed founding deity. Huh. The mighty Eternitoad was once her pet, at least according to these diaries. She kept a frog as a pet? You see, this was hundreds of thousands of years ago, before we frogs evolved intelligence. Curiously, the almighty Eternitoad didn't evolve in quite the same way as the rest of us. She may be a prehistoric sort of croak ribbit frog. What the heck? But none of us have the power to provide light and life to an entire solar system. Wait, the Eternitoad is a sun? Okay, listen. Never before have I been given such clear instructions in 3 words. Yo, diary! Sup? Dude, like, you know, my pet frog I rescued last week? She's getting, like, pretty big. And I don't even know why, but it's kind of cool, I guess. Also, she's starting to glow and get really hot to the touch. But hey, the warmer the frog, the more cuddly the frog. If it's already getting hot to the touch, I don't think that's true, but suit yourself, man. Suit yourself. Frog cuddling is so underrated. So, to anyone reading this, I'd recommend it. I'd even forgive you for peering into my deeply personal musings if you hugged a frog. Seriously, hug them all. Like, reckless abandon. It doesn't matter, alright? If it's a frog, if it's a toad, hell. If you come across a poison dart frog, they need love most of all. Be sure to give them the sweetest, the tightest little hug of all time. Oh, and what else? Oh yeah, I named my frog Astronaut,
It means star frog in butchered Latin. I wonder if she'll get as big as a star. Wishful thinking. Guess I'll wish upon a star frog. But oh well. I'm looking forward to the days Astronura and I will spend together. Terra, Frog Snuggler, Zake.
I can't believe a dude, bro, is responsible for lighting a solar system. Darkness? Hold up, why is it so ominous? What's that about? Hello? Oh. Is this a boss? Do I have to fight my mother?
Look, Uni, it's the Eternitoad, also known by her given name, Astronura, or for those who wish to keep things simple, the Sun. The almighty celestial entity with the tacky, hideous crown.
All glory to the Eternitoad! Eternitoad! Oh, granter of light! Thank you for continuing to not eat us whole!
But in spite of her terrible fashion sense, worse than even my own, we love her anyway.
I mean, I don't know. Well, Lillian, it's not that bad. I mean, it's a frog suit. It's a frog suit. It's not that bad.
Because not only is she mother to all the tadpoles we see, her light also allows us all to, you know, live and stuff.
Can I continue to live over in this direction? Thank you. I feel like I should be worried about this. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Ow. That's not how it's done. It's fine. Thank you for having the toothpaste. A bit of an unpopular viewpoint, but I rather like the crown.
I don't.
Hooray for the diversity of opinions. I think people don't like the crown much because it is owned and obsessed over by our so-called king.
Yeah, we all love King Glutton.
Get this man overthrown immediately. I don't care what he's done. I don't care if he's responsible for us not needing to repair our electronics hundreds of thousands of years down the line. I don't care if this man solved world hunger. I don't care if this man erased war. I don't care if this king, like, removed the concept of money and allowed everyone to live in a utopic society. His name is Glutnut. Bare minimum, we gotta get him to legally change his name. Beyond that, dethrone the man. Like, bro, how am I supposed to take this guy seriously, alright? Glutnut? Glutnut. What
But honestly, I just think the crown clashes is all. Besides, it was actually his ancestor, Glutnut the First, who commissioned the crown to begin with.
Honestly, I thought the crown was gonna be like a mind control device, and that we were gonna have to fight the sun. I didn't even know it was a crown. Yup, and it was warped onto Astronura's head by none other. Wait, warped? Oh, right, yeah, fair enough, yeah. By none other than the mother of teleportation. It's been passed down the Glutnut line ever since, making it the most ridiculously oversized heirloom ever. Truly incredible work. Sorry, the sun. Kinda gotta do my thing here.
Yo, is this not... Hi, Diary. Diary, I need to talk to you. It's about my frog, Astronura. When I found her, I may have made a few wishes. I wish you were even more warm and huggable. I wish you could keep me company forever. It's been 112 years since we first met, and somehow she is still around. And yes, she's been getting warmer and fatter with age, and she just won't stop growing. I mean, she's outgrown the bathtub and the swimming pool, come to think of it. Those are two very different sizes. Also, the golf course. Yeah. I can't even take her for walks anymore without the whole neighborhood complaining. That thing is gonna burn down my house, they say. Oh yeah, I should explain how warm she's gotten. When I let her out to play in the garden, let's just say we had fried tulips for dinner that night. They were delicious, a little burnt, but I like them that way.
Weird guy. But also, he's living past 112, so...
So, as I was saying, the whole be careful what you wish for thing, yeah. That. Don't know how it's happening, but my wishes keep coming true. Albeit in slightly messed up ways. What was causing it? Is it Astronura? Or is it me? Actually, yeah, probably me, somehow. I'm told all about how I never age. Like, sure, I'm like 130 something, but like, I'm sure that's nothing. And how I might have survived that time when a giant electrified rhino monster decided I was better off as a pancake. I think I might be immortal, is what I'm saying. And if I'm seeing things correctly, Astronura might be immortal now, too. This is great. I look forward to spending eternity with my dearest friend. Tara, top tulip chef, Zeke.
My man became immortal and decided that his favorite food was tulips. I mean, fair enough, man. Fair enough. I guess a lifetime of experience will do that to you. I don't know. You really figure out what you like. And you know where we're going. Oh. Yeah, I see. We could probably just click the thing at the bottom. Today's another bit of meditation under a waterfall, yes?
If you consider navigate devious,
Apparently, I cannot speak anymore.
if you consider navigating devious traps and taking on hordes of monsters meditative, then sure.
Are you kidding? Nothing screams zen like wreaking havoc upon vile hordes. The monster's futile screams for mercy give me a deep inner peace.
Well, I hope you're at peace with the fact that you won't be able to swim upwards very far here. But you can swim to slow your descent, if nothing else.
Is that a challenge? I'll do it. I seem to be swimming upwards just fine. Look at me go. Fast as heck. All the way to the tippy top. I'll show you, master. I'll show you. Also, don't tell anybody. I think we might be the evil twin. Like, all I'm saying, we're literally just, like, taking pleasure in the enemy's screams for mercy. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, not that I'm complaining, of course. Just pointing out a potentiality.
Now give me this, Spork.
Is that good? Do I want those? I do not want those.
I probably should have known that because they were being sped out by enemies, but also we've had star powers before. Never know. Gotta keep those options open. That's what I'm saying. You think you can stop me? No, 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 no. Your cannonballs, bad. Your aim, sad. Oh wait, auto-scrolling. No. My worst nightmare has come to life. Is there truly anything more egregious? Than the auto-scroller. This is weird. Oh, I see. It's like, honestly, on the down low, damage boosting is kind of really good in this game. I should have seen this coming. I will attain it. Yeah, with the power of Frog within me. Doodle unlocked. Incredible. Wow. The Eternitoad in all of its glory. See, the crown even clashes in the drawing. Note how the Eternitoad is drawn in a splotchy, minimalist style, while the crown is overly detailed and rife with unnaturally thin lines.
Good enough. Since our critique is somehow an important part of your psychic training, allow me to critique your critique. Let's see now. What kind of a word is splotchy?
It comes from the word blotch, which in turn comes from blot, which is adapted from the Old Norse word blitter, meaning stain.
Huh. Thank you, Lillian.
That crown sure is a stain upon sweet Astronura, let me tell ya.
And yet, you use the word to describe Astronura herself, not the crown. Is she rather a stain upon the crown?
Well, gasp!
It seems I am still the master around here.
So true. She really do be a stain upon herself. Oh man. Oh man. How much water do I have? I have no water. I'm going to get water. And then we will continue. And we will do the lastin'. Not the lastin', but it'll be the lastin' for us. Probably. Just given the way these are going. I'm spending a long time in these missions. But it's because I'm having a fun time exploring the missions. That's just how it goes. But yeah, I will be right back. As soon as I remember what I'm doing. That's right, it's because I keep using all my folders wrong. I keep using my folders wrong. Yes, be right back. We are so back. And I am moderately hungry for some reason, even though I ate food. But that is a-okay. Frogs can't farm. What do you mean? Of course they can. Oh, this looks fun. But this is also literally what I need the answer to, so we're gonna go to the farm. We're gonna go to the farm. Show me your farms. Show me your architecture. I guess we already saw the architecture. Infrastructure. There we go.
It appears your frog friends have taken up farming. Emphasis on the quotes. Look, I tried their carrots. If you could even call them carrots. Ugh. Seriously, don't eat them.
Master, why must you make the vegetarian within me cry?
To teach you a lesson in moderation, child. That's one part of today's assignment. Now the other part is to rip as many of the darn things out of the ground as you can and dispose of them. Their mere presence is making the chef within me want to give up being a chef all over again.
Dear God. I'm very curious to see what these carrots look like.
Of course, there will be no reward for ripping them all out, but no real purpose in doing so. But still.
Gosh, I don't know what's worse. The monsters attacking the crops or the crops themselves. Actually, the monsters aren't even going after our rock-hard, rotten, and potentially poisonous carrots. I'm insulted in the strangest way possible.
Aw, chin up, Freddy. I'll make the monsters try your delicious carrots.
Aw, that's mighty sweet of you and all, but I doubt the monsters will like them much. I mean, I know that's the entire point and all, but... Oh. A brute carrot. Eat carrot. You will take the carrot and you will like it. You will take the gnome and you will like it. Oh, I'm sorry, Frog. Didn't mean to kill you. I think I have come to a harrowing realization. I have realized that... No, throwing carrots on walls and ceilings does not make them any more edible.
You know, I think I should bring some home to my sister. She might love them, actually.
Your evil twin? The one who eats literally anything? She was here earlier. She said they were fine, but obviously preferred munching on my tractor. She was munching on the tractor. No sweat though. The thing was junk. Saved me a trip to the junkyard.
Yeah, Nelia loves her junk food.
Tractor? Tractor. What do you mean? What do you mean target? Do I gotta break it? Whoa, I do gotta break it. My throat is so not well. Hold down the button to surround yourself in a shield of lightning. Float in midair. Ooh. Cowboy Indian. Can I stand on you? How are you alive? Should I kill you? Is being alive as a brick not good? Because, like, I could see it being a bad thing. Eyeball! This level is mad small, actually. Could be. Thank you for the toothpaste. Always so kind. Always so courteous. Alright, buckos, you know what's coming. I'm gonna clear them all out. Not a single what the hell? Why are they... Mystery power? After being chased by monsters all day, I have reached the conclusion that pink things just taste better. Is that so? Oh, how wrong I was! Not only do these pink-stemmed veggies somehow taste even worse, but they're the most troublesome sort of weeds imaginable. They grow back literally seconds after being ripped from the ground.
Oh, nice. Infinite ammo. You did good, my friend.
Thanks? I don't think I can rip them all out of the ground. Excuse me, I'm trying to free my friends of their carrots. And y'all are making it very difficult to do so. Ooh, how fun! I do like the little pop-in. Sometimes you just gotta mount yourself. Just gotta see what's going on, you know? No. I sure hope that the other eyeball wasn't in there. Oh, wait. Destructible carrots. Remove the carrots. We hate carrots. No more of their lies. Alright, oh, man, I didn't even use the mystery power. Actually, wait. The power's too low. No. I need my tadpoles. I mustn't. Bees! I'm sorry, bees, for what I must do. You're scary. Toothbrush! After my repeated failings to grow decently tasting carrots, I decided to try something a little different. Instead of vegetables, I thought I would grow some rocks and sport balls instead. Yeah, sport balls! I think I'm onto something, kid. My breakthrough is gonna catch on all over the planet, I'm telling you. He's gonna make homegrown football. So if you find my crops out and about in the world, feel free to pick them to your heart's content. You never know what you'll find. No kidding. My man is really out here growing basketballs. Okay. Point taken. Where the football at, though? Like, come on, we got so many of them. Football! what purpose? Mega secret door. Eureka! I have done what nobody else on this entire farm could ever dream of doing. That's right, I, Secret Frog, have grown actual edible food. Unfortunately, I could only grow cookies, and Farmer Freddy kinda wanted us to grow healthy food. Oh yeah, I did manage to grow one other kind of thing. It's like this coin thing with an eyeball on it. You know, those, like those chocolate coins. It's kinda like that. So yeah, feel free to consume my entire crop. In fact, I would implore you to do so. If this place is discovered, Fred will have my head. Let this just be our tasty little secret. Cookies. Cookies! And we're on our way. Everything we could possibly need. I should know better. Wait, hold up. I gotta pick all of them. Gotta pick all of them. Yo! Got tennis and shit too? Bro, the frogs are gonna have so many sports leagues. Or at least they better. With all this stuff. Another box. At least we don't need to crack that box. That should be all of the green. Just making sure. Seems all the monsters have been driven off. Did you chase them all out, William? Maybe. But I really owe it to you and your crew for your crops of unstoppable doom. Oh. Oh! Did you eat the carrots and find that they granted you a boost to your psionic potential or something? Does that mean they were tasty all along and we just needed to believe? Well, it was a psionic boost of sorts. But without the whole eating the part. Those sports balls you guys grew though. People pay big money to watch those things get tossed around, you know. By golly, you're right. We could make a killing off of those things. That's right. See, Freddy, perhaps frogs can farm after all. It was the sports balls we farmed along the way that really came in clutch. Oh yeah, that's right. We still gotta do the secret. The secret! Yep. Phenomenal. Normally, treasure chests contain wonderful goodies.
Not here, though. Some wisecracking smart aleck thought it would be fun to load them all up with bee monsters. Oh, but it's not just the treasure chests. Just assume everything that you come across has a bee inside and send far away.
Master, please calm down. You look like you're about to burst.
Into a swarm of bees is what you're about to say, I presume. For your information, child, if I was to be filled with any sort of insect, I'd explode into something far more graceful, like, say, a beautiful butterfly.
My suspicions have been confirmed. Master Tynes was a cocoon this whole time.
Bees!
This is great news, actually. I mean, now every box is just a free bee. And free bees mean free damage. So, right, I forgot everything contains bees. Sorry, I got scared. 1 HP is kind of scary, isn't it? Oh, I forgot. I forgot. Ouch, number 1. They keep count. That death is a permanent reminder that we can never forgive the bees for what they've done. And I will never remember that there are bees. Ever. Bees, 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 bees. Everything is bees. There are bees. There are bees. Destroy the bees. We hate the bees. No more bees. I forgot about the bees! Bee. 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 Is this a bee? Yes. Bee. Bee. For some reason, this is impossible to remember. Why is it dark? Dark, no. No! No! Invincible gnome? Invincible gnome. Don't worry. Be happy. I will try my best, but the bees are very concerning. They are causing me to become stressed out. I'm so focused on the bees, I didn't even notice the spikes. Burn the bees! I feel like this might be sending the wrong message. I feel like we shouldn't be doing this to the bees in the grand scheme. And yet I will crush them all the same! No more bees! It's a good thing these guys don't drop bees. Oh god, they drop bees! Bees, 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 bees. Of course there are bees. Of course there are bees. Why wouldn't there be bees? There's bees! Everywhere there's bees, there's bees, there's bees, there's bees, there's bees. Just remember, bees, 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 bees. Everywhere is bees. There is going to be bees no matter what we do because there's bees. If you feel an itch, it's bees. Right? You feel sore? Bees. No matter what, no matter why, no matter when, it's bees. Wow. I don't want any of this. Oh, bees! I'm gonna be having nightmares about bees at this rate. Is there a bee in this box? No bees. Where are the bees? I don't believe this. I don't trust this. Where's the bee? Where's the bee? The bee is in the doodle. It's in the doodle! No! Oh, there's no bees. According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. I mean, it's true. It's factual. They're just too fat. And yet they go around buzzing, doing whatever it is the bees are doing. Like, producing their hives. trying to create their honey, and for what reason? To control the market. Yeah, that's right. They're taking over. They're accruing the capital as we throw our money at honey. That's right. That's right. You gotta boycott all honey. It's the only way. Otherwise, the bees are gonna take over. Because once they have all the capital, it'll all be over. Here I am, engaging in an ancient, long-lost art known as whistling. It's like the sing-a-song power, except non-lethal. Hey, let me try. So I just pucker up my lips and... Ow! I don't even think my mouth is made to move like that. Are you sure whistling isn't lethal? I suppose frogs are just biologically incapable of bending their lips in the same way I am. But you're a frog! Yes, I am. I, just expanded the definition of frog a bit in my case. True. I mean, hey, we're basically a frog. Listen, we're basically frogs. That's just the way it goes. Do we keep going? Do we keep going? I mean, like, we probably... I'm worried for my throat. I'm going to stop. I will do like a round or two of Minesweeper, just to do some more stuff. But yeah, just my throat feels sore already, and I'm not trying to continue that. There we go. Phenomenal. Cloud error. No. My Psycutlery Steam data. No. Oh, there we go. 30. Whoa. 62% of players beat the first level. 45% of players collected all 3 emblems, and 32% beat their first secret level. Why is there a gap that big? Livid. The achievements don't lie unless players cheat. Indeed. But I mean, I don't even know how... I mean, if they were cheating, I assume it would be more complete than this. Either way. I'm gonna get hung up on that for the rest of the day, for the rest of the time, for the rest of my days. Just gotta pull up some stuff. Stop thinking about it so much. It's fine. I gotta remember that's just how it goes. Some players just don't care. Some players, they're not trying to complete the game. They just happen to collect all of the things. Right? They're not trying to go back. They're not trying to do the levels. I genuinely don't remember. Is it this? Yeah. Oh wait, that actually does solve both of these, doesn't it? Huh. Wild. Is this the same way? Huh. Fascinating. Okay, okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. It can be wrong. Yes, why is that different? I guess the wall is different there. I gotta be keeping an eye out for that. This is horrible. I hate everything about that. Oh, I love this 3, though. Makes everything easy. Same thing here. I just gotta believe. Because I should know what I'm doing. And I doubt myself a little bit too often, I think. It's like, it's right there. I know I've got it. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Phenomenal. Probably. I don't know if this tells us anything. Oh wait, yeah, no, it does. It totally does. It totally does. Yes, yes. Phenomenal. Cleared greater than, I don't know, like one of those snow sweepers. Like passes by and like shovels all the snow from the road onto the sidewalk. Or whatever, off the path. But then like, you know, it's like, it does sometimes they just mess up. And, like, those are really fun. Just whatever. That is where they shovel it, right? It just goes from... Next to, like, that's the only place they could. Because they can't put it from the road onto the other side of the road, otherwise they'd need to shovel it back to the other side of the road. I don't know what I'm talking about. And sometimes, I think that's okay. Whether or not this is one of those times, who knows? Don't dare. Not a 50-50. Not after all this time. Oh, is that solved? Oh! Defeat the evil 50-50s. I will try my best. I will do my due diligence. I will mark this mine that was apparently not marked. This again. Oh, wait. This is funny. This is a funny one. That's how it's done. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Now, the real question is, what does that do for us? Okay, alright, yeah, because this is horrible. This is horrible. I hate everything about this. Okay, but, so, there has to be one here. Which means there has to be one over here. Technically, we know this is clear. Okay, does this, what, is this one valuable to us? Okay, because that solves. This solves the 3. So these are all solvable. Solves over here. That solves this 2. Technically, this 1 could be over here. I don't think this tells us anything. I don't know if there's any way for that to tell us anything. does that lock us out of anything? At least maybe up here, right? Because this is pretty closed. Because that's not possible. It is so unlikely that it's over here. It is so unlikely. Yeah, yeah, that's, yeah, yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Like, with the amount of just stuff that is there, there was no way. Five, which clears that, which clears this. Love to see it. Just gonna clean this up if we can. Yes. Phenomenal. Perfect. No. No. At least it's not too bad of a spot to be in. At least I think. We're actively walking into a death trap. 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, there's still solving that needs to be done here. And we know that there's one here because it's 50, there's 50-50 here. That is unfortunate. This is basically closed. Okay. We know there's one here. We don't know anything about this tile. Explicitly that tile. Wait, actually. Yeah, it's still. Just gotta make sure. Yes, one here? There's one here. One here. Okay. Does this work? No, because that is a 1 next to a 1. But are they solvable in a method that... Yeah, because technically this solves. As well as either here or here. We might have to do guesswork here. At the very least, we can solve over here first to see if we can get the exact amount of mines. And, hope. I would like to reiterate hope that we get into a situation where we can actually do something here. Okay, this is a 1 next to a 1. This is clear. We know that there is a mine here. Phenomenal. Extraordinary. Stupendous. That's how it's done. Classic Tales of Time. Okay, and these two 4s actually do work together quite well. So we got this 2. We got this 1. Technically speaking, it could be this. They actually do not work together that well at all. This is actually horrible news. This is the worst it could possibly be. Okay, well, we have this 1 here. Does this tell us anything? Well, yes, actually, because we know this 4 needs 2 more. So no matter what, it's going to be in the 4's range. Does this 1 tell us anything? I do not think so. Wait, yes, yes it does, yes it does. Because we know there's only one in this range, we know that this 2 can't be solved here. We know for a fact that at least one of, yeah, because it can't be this. It has to be engaging down here. This mine, I think this is safe. I think this is safe. Oh yeah, because hold up. That'd be nice. It does force this 2 to act in a very specific way. So no matter what, one of its mines is going to be down here. Okay. And if this is true, this does solve that. Okay. Okay. All right. A little bit of headway. So this does narrow this down to a 50-50, which means this 1 is solved, technically. At least it helps us clear out a little bit more space. Because we know, yeah, we know that this 1 has to be here or here. This is now guaranteed, which solves this 4. And this 3. Phenomenal. Unfortunately, this 4's got a lot of extra space. But regardless, this is a 2 next to a 2. There has to be some overlap here, right? Because no matter what, if I do this, it's already encroaching on this. Well, we'll worry about this later, though. See if we can't do a little bit more. Yeah, because we know there needs to be 2 here. It doesn't guarantee the solve, because technically this does solve this 1, as well as this 4, and then the 3rd mine could be over here. Yeah, unfortunately, this 50-50 doesn't let us solve this 2. This 4 is very open. This is probably where we'll guess if we have to. Yeah, because this is a 50-50. Wait, actually, wait. Wait, it's guaranteed. Wait, they... Yeah, because... Yeah, this is a 50-50 and this is a 3. Therefore, this is... It has to be down here. Yeah. Incredible. Numbers! Now, we'll have to hope that we can get something a bit more done here. Okay. Yeah, this is a 1 next to a 2. As is tradition, we know it's somewhere in here. Therefore, that is a mine. Which does make this a 2 next to a 1, but I don't really think that does all too much for us. I mean, actually, there has to be a mine here, yeah? Yeah, because, yeah, otherwise the 1 gets overfilled. Okay, and now, given this is a 1 next to a 1, we know that it has to be here or here, so that's clickable. It's very fun. I know I keep saying the same stuff over and over again, but that's because that's the game. That's Minesweeper, baby. Okay, and we got this row of 1s here, which is unfortunate because it's also boxed in. This is a lot of 1s actually. But actually, these are 1s. These are 1s. These are 1s. This is a 1. There's a 1 here. And the 1 next to 1. Oh, what a lucky break. smooth sailing. I believe so much. So deeply. Okay, this looks horrible. But at least wait, what did I do? Yeah, because one is guaranteed. Dang. I actually don't know. Oh yeah, this is 3. Travel across the universe to force all probabilities to be 50-50, including your win rate. I don't think they're doing a very good job of making my win rate 50-50. It's pretty skewed in the loss department. Was there any telltale sign that that was wrong? Oh, right, yeah, because this was... Okay, yeah. This was a false flag. Yeah, I had over-selected for 2. Okay. I was just gonna do 1, but it's like, dang. I was going so well. I got it. Just one more. Just one more. What's the worst that could happen? This. This is the worst that could happen. This is no good. It's all very bad. Just trying to get through it. There's so many ones. It keeps going. It never stops. The Minesweeper will never stop. It's the still gacha game of all time. Boil everything down to a 50-50. I mean, honestly, the comparison is not unfounded. I can totally see it. But there's never a pity. You never get the pity. And yet somehow it feels so much better to lose. Yeah, because there's one there, so it's gotta be there. And then because it's gotta be over here, that's clear. Oh, we've known that was clear actually the whole time. Whoops. Oopsies. Do I know this? I don't think I do. Worked out though. Ooh, 5. Honestly, love that for us. I still don't know how to tackle this. Okay, alright. This is a 2. This one. So if yeah, I mean, it's gotta be, there has to be one there. That's just how the math works, right? Because this is how this works. Okay. 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 There we go. Phenomenal. Yes. Incredible. Grand. Stupendous. There's danger down there. But we also know that this is there. And we know that that's there. Now we can finally clear this nightmare. Perfect. Perfect. At least I would love to clear this nightmare, but it somehow keeps getting worse. And unfortunately, these are not 5s, so I cannot just mark. It's just 2s as far as the eye can see. Everywhere I look, it's 2s. So we divert our attention elsewhere, so that we don't have to look at the 2s. And what do we find? More 2s! It never stops. Okay, because what do we got here? What else but a 1 next to a 2, which does solve this, actually. Which is kind of phenomenal. Kind of love that for us. Kind of grand. Kind of the best thing I've ever seen, actually. Kind of the best. Kind of objectively number 1. What goes up with that? Oh, that 4 solved. At least that seems to be the constant thing with this board, is just, oh, that's already solved. Like, for instance, this down here. Oh, we got this 2. This is next to a 2. That's actually already solved. I don't know why I'm trying to do math. Here we go, there's one here. Wow, very, very insightful. I actually don't think that tells us much. Yeah, noise. A little bit too concise still. You know, there's a 50-50 here. Wowza. They return with no end. Okay. Well, either way, this is a 1 next to a 1. Love to see that next to a 1. Huh! What? Oh, the... Fellas, break out the dunce cap. I don't have a dunce cap. I need to get one. That was impressive. That was, yeah. Dangers of overextend. I didn't even overextend. I just stopped thinking. Like, man, I probably should stop, but now it's like, oh man, I gotta compensate for that. That was so bad. That was so bad. I gotta do better than that. Something sunk cost fallacy. Does that still apply here? It might. Oh, in the next round, said every gambler ever. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it is comparable. I'm just trying to get to like the round ending 50-50, you know? It's like is it a thing in Dead by Daylight where it's like, oh man, the killer got like 3 of them, but you know, the last survivor might have gotten hatched, but the killer still basically won, right? It's like that. It's like that. You are hooked. I mean, not quite the comparison I was going for, but not wrong. Dare I say, factual. Because fun game. Woo! Oh, well, I guess we know that's safe. Yeah, this has to be last. If I'm clicking like that, oh man. It's already over. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing stuff like that. It's already over if I'm doing that. Just straight up. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Probably. Certainly. Definitely. Just gotta not make sillies. Like so. Okay, phenomenal. Just clear this. Yes. Yes. Look at it go. I believe. Okay. Next for 2, classic. 3, 4, that's how that goes. Absolutely. 3, that is clear. Is this clear? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I'm making extra sure. You know, there's a, I gotta. Oh wait, oh no, this looks horrible. That is a 1 next to a 2. That is somehow a double 50-50. I don't think we can actually get anything confirmed here. But yeah, because... Wait, no. Because it is 2. This is a 1, so there has to be 1 here. Yeah, it is actually just a guaranteed double 50-50. That's wild. Okay, well, that's horrible, but at least we have our game-ending thing set up there. One next to 1, that's clear. Say 1 next to 1, that's clear. Solves that 3 very nicely. Solves that 1. Love to see it. Solves this 3. Yes. Grand. Stupendous. Yeah, I'm looking at everything. I doubt everything. 4, 5, 6. Not guaranteed. Which is not a good state of mind to be in. 2, that's mine, which doesn't really tell us much. At least for now, it doesn't tell us much. This 2, that's there, solves that 3. This 3 is solved by just, you know, comparison. Not comparison. By extension. There we go. Okay, what kind of nightmare is going on here? What is this? Yeah, this is a nightmare. That's what this is. Of course, solves that, solves the 2, solves the 1. Grand. This is, again, very similar thing. Actually, because that's there. Yeah, and then this is 1, which clears. At the very least, we're getting there. We're getting there. We just do what we can. Does this 2 tell us anything? No. No, it does not. Actually, it does. Yeah, no, because technically this and this is still assault. This is a 50-50. This is a 50-50. They are actually everywhere. Okay, what about down here? What have we got down here? This is a 1, so it doesn't tell us anything. This is... Oh, wait. Yeah, because of this 4, we know this 3 is a 1. And because this 5 has to be here, we know this is safe. Okay, and that solves this 2. And because that 2 is solved, we know that this is safe, and that is the 5 in total. Which solves this 2. Which leaves us with a 1 next to 1. Yes. I panicked a little bit when it opened like that, but that's okay. And then that solves the 4, solves the 4. This 3 is already solved. This 2 is already solved, which solves this 2, which winds up solving the 1 as well. Love to see it, which solves this 50-50. Alright. The world opens to us. At least for now. That 3 is solved. Love to see it. This 2 is solved as well, which solves that 2 by extension, leaving this 4 to auto-solve. This solves. Love to see it. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful little spot there. Next to 2, 2, lovely. Solves the 3 by itself. Okay. 10 mines. We know there's 2 in the upper left. We know... Do we know how many are here? Exactly. I don't think so. You know, because this is a 50-50. Well, actually... It is the same circumstance. We know there is 2 here. There are 6 mines in play, guaranteed. Okay. Now what do we get to do with this information? Practically nothing, because we get this isolated 4 over here, which is actually an isolated 1. But that still solves both of them. I guess, technically, knowing what we do... We could solve from minimum and see if that leaves us with enough. Okay, yeah, because it's... Yep, this is an isolated 2. That would solve the 2. Solves the 1. Minimum does leave us with exactly 6. No! It was a 50-50! I should have cross-referenced. Yeah, because this 2 solves. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, either way, it still did come down to that stuff. But, either way, I'm much more happy with that. Oh, yeah. I mean, unless we do go for it again. Do we do one more? All the marbles? All the mines? Can you accept not winning one round entire stream? Yes. Because sometimes that's just how it goes. Which is unfortunate, actually, because technically I would have clicked here. But I don't know what I'm going to click into. It didn't solve. Wait, what? Wait, there was a mine here. Wait, what? Just left us with 6 in play, which... What? Wait, how are you here? That was gonna be the next spot I click. Even this wasn't flag. Yeah, I guess because I didn't flag up here. Huh. Yeah, and that's gonna be heavy on the mental stack. Yeah, sure, why not? Wait, hold on. Break out the... I gotta break out the chill jams. Less energy. How bad could it possibly go? It's gonna be horrible. The worst it's ever been. Allegedly. It's like I'm already clicking fast. But this is certified lasties. Even if I make some kind of a tremendous fuck up, which is very possible. Dare I say, borderline characteristic. It's such a good song. So chill. Yes. I believe. Look at it go. It's being so polite. At least for now. Well, that's just horrible. I hate everything about that. Okay, if this solves 2, 2 is solved, 2 is solved. Incredible. It begins. Phenomenal. Love to see it. Yep, just putting anything that can be put off just all the way off to the side. We don't have to worry about it right now. Just like that. Solved. Screw it. We'll stay on this side. It's been quite nice to us so far. Technically a 50-50. But also, it's going to be such an easy thing to solve. 2, already clear. We're already good. Phenomenal. Exceptional. That 4 auto clears. I almost just clicked. I was gonna do the wrong mouse click. What a tragic way to end that would have been. Mm-hmm. 2 solves the 3. Solves here. Incredible. That does work. Even for simple stuff like that. Gotta make sure. I'm in a state of self-doubt. Which is never where you want to be. That's just how it goes. Okay. 22 mines on the board. What do we got? This is probably our best entry. Right, is that 4 at least solves? It's getting a little bit scary. Yeah, because we don't really have enough information to do much here. This is a wall of 1s. Which is great, actually. Because we know that's clear. That is unfortunate. If that was a 2, we would have been able to continue on, but we cannot. Okay, does that tell us much about this 2, though? Not entirely. Because that does solve for all 3. And because we know this is a 3, it's really just anything down here. To be clear, this also solves this wall of 2. %, up here, which is pretty good to click into. 33. Technically, this is our best spot. This is a 1 next to a 1. What is that? Does that tell us anything, really? Does this 1 give us any extra information? The problem is, yeah, we can't solve like this. There has to be 1 in there. Unfortunately, this does also solve all of them. Because then minimum, what are we looking at here? $14 left about. That's a lot to click into. Yeah. I mean, because my gut's telling me this 1 is clear. But I feel like traditionally you're supposed to just set flag here. It feels incorrect to click there. Which, of course, I also know my gut is historically, typically, wrong. And of course that starts the spiral of, is doubting my gut? And then, do I go with the doubting of my gut? Or do I doubt my doubt of the gut? Or do I doubt and you can't go down that road. Yeah, this is probably... Is there anywhere I can click that would give us a lot of info? If I click here and it's 2... That's pretty good. I think I'm willing to click here and risk it. Okay. Yeah. Yep, traditionally you would flag there. Absolutely. At least in the future, we'll do that. Right? Like, if we see this kind of layout. It felt so wrong. And yep, it was minimum here. I did feel like calling for this tile, but I think that's just because I wanted this to be clean. Max. Did we know this? And unfortunately, even if that spot was clean, it being a 3 would make it so uncertain. But yeah, that's where we're gonna call it for the day. just a little bit of Minesweeper to help wind down. Help my throat ease up a little bit. Oh, and next time, we'll crush it. Next time, we will claim victory. Probably, hopefully. But, thanks a bunch for stopping by. I do hope that y'all had a good time. And I'll see you when I see ya.